Yes, hi there. These comments are for Demyana. This is Michael from the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And it looks like you just answered the independent speaking practice test number 1. Now this is very difficult. This is a very difficult question, right? Okay, now in your speech, you talked about going to Egypt. You talked about the desert, the pyramids, the Sphinx, going on a cruise, and several other things there. Now that's not a good strategy. That's going to really lower your score very quickly, because the TOEFL expects you, I expect you, when you're in a conversation, you have to give details, specific ideas to support the general things that you did. You mentioned the pyramids, and then you just passed over those in 2 seconds and moved on to something new. Now the pyramids are, some say, one of the greatest architectural feats ever in the history of the world, and you talked about them in only 2 seconds. That's it. So if you can't give any details for pyramids, don't even bring them up. Now if you want to talk about going on a cruise in Egypt, right, you have to give details to support that. So you did not do that at all. So this is not going to score very well. So the first part of the question, describe a place you visited, you did none of that. You didn't tell me what the place looked like. You gave no details, no description of what it was at all. And your favorite memory while visiting the place, you still didn't answer that question. So I still don't know the answer to these 2 questions, at least based on your speech, right? Now that is going to cause you a lot of trouble during the TOEFL, because if you don't answer the question, or you don't give basic detail information to support the things that you say, you definitely will not score very well at all. Okay, so I'm going to put you at 1.0 out of 4, or 8 points out of 30. I think you need to improve your vocabulary. Vocabulary lesson 3, I think, would be really useful for you at this point, because vocabulary lesson 3 is going to give you access to about 200 words. These are good basic vocabulary words, and it'll give you you'll get a lot of listening and a lot of reading practice and all of those things. Also, I would ask you to review speaking lesson number 1. That's also going to be very important, because it'll show you some techniques of how to better organize your ideas. So those would be my suggested lessons that you focus on right now to improve. Remember, you didn't do so well. You scored terribly, but what do you do when you fall down? You get back up. So tomorrow come back and try this speaking task again. See if you can take some of my suggestions and then re-answer this question one more time.